asks, how can you get people who are already your friends, fans, family to buy into your music career more deeply?
Good question. All right. So this, I mean, again, this is going to go back to you learning about who your audience is. But it's creating an event or things that, will emotionally kind of connect you with them. So the, like, as
Sorry,
you're
I'm going
about
to
to
interject.
like,
Sorry, I'm going to interject. Before
that,
even that, and I know you already know this, but before even that, a lot of artists don't realize is just asking them, talking to them, texting them directly to come to your show, and don't leave it up to a random Facebook event, that they may or may not see. You need to text your fans to come personally. You need to text them when you have an album coming out, anything like that. Like it seems like, oh, their friends, their family, they're in the bag, but like, no, it's not like that. People need that extra. It's not like you're bothering them. It's just sometimes people need that extra push to, oh yeah, I forgot. I wanted to also say, it seems simple, but like it goes with, like, it's why every YouTuber says like and subscribe to my video at the end of every video. It's because people aren't thinking that way until you prompt them, until you say that out loud and clearly. Then it doesn't land. So before even going into what Greg's saying, it's just talk to them about it. Say who you are. Say what you're about, what you want. Ask them for help. Tell them why. Bring them into your story and tell them your goals and what you hope to accomplish. And it will. You'll see it. You'll see a change. You'll see those friends and family around you just kind of be a little locked into your thing, because you're asking the universe for it. You're putting it out there, and they know what you want. And it's like when someone hears, oh, I know someone's looking for a live musician to play this event. They know now that you're out there looking for events, so they know to call you. It's and that snowballs over time, and it's just very helpful. Just don't forget to do that.
Yeah, that's actually a great point. Even before getting to the point where I was trying to make, but like, yeah, 100%. When we started this Facebook group for everybody, I sat out, and it wasn't like they have a little invite button that you can go on, invite people, but I didn't do that. I sent out 125 individual personal messages to everyone we wanted to join, and I got a whole bunch of people that joined, and even people that I didn't think would joined. And I have, obviously I need to follow up with some people because we only have 58 out of those 125, but it's 100 times better because, if you just post something on social media, people might look at it and whatnot, but someone sends you a private message, either via text or in your email, that's something you have to deal with. Like, you want to respond to that person because you don't want to be rude. And that's huge. Also too,
he was a skeptic at first, but he's seeing major results from directly reaching out to fans. So he's an
yeah. The reason why people don't bother messaging privately is because, I mean, at the end of the day, you're trying, when you're setting out to do your music career, you're trying to build your music career like you believe you need to message your music career, which is like, I'm going to create music and then I'm going to advertise, I'm going to do PR and all that kind of stuff. But that's how like major musicians do it. And, and that's because they have gigantic marketing budgets and the funds to do it. As an independent artist, yeah, you want hundreds of thousands of fans, sure. But you don't need hundreds of thousands of fans to have a full-time career. You only need, anywhere, we always say like 1,000 fans, because 1,000 fans that pay you $100 per year allows you to make $100K a year. Like, and again, that's just a rough estimate kind of a thing, but that's the point we're trying to make. Like, all you're really trying to do when you're launching your music career and developing it early on is to build your core hometown fan base of 1,000 people. And that doesn't come necessarily from running Facebook ads or anything else. That comes from privately messaging people, following up with them, saying hi, thinking about, the kind of things that they're interested in. And when you're creating events, not just thinking about it from what you're trying to kind of get across to them, think about how can I make this event more enjoyable to them. Like, Wo, I know Wo has done this before, where he's like done events where he's thought about like, hey, this would be fun for everyone to do. I'm going to run my event that way. So that is really important. And then that was the point I was trying to make before TJ's awesome point, which was, once you kind of learn about who your audience is, you need to be putting things in your messaging that kind of show who you are and what you have in common with them, and give them reasons to care about your career. Every artist always tells people what they're doing. Hey, buy my album. Hey, join my show. you got to give them reason for showing up. You got to tell them why. Hey, this is a song that I wrote when I was doing blah, blah, blah. You know, a lot of you guys might have felt this way before, would love to take your listen, and then, you know, please give me your thoughts on it. Or, hey, I'm creating a special event. It's going to be, event where we're going to play some games. And, you know, during the thing, we're going to, you know, also, I'm going to debut a few of my songs. You know, you want to be thinking of what kind of experience you're giving your audience, because it's not just about your music. It's about, you know, the experience of your career. And at the end of the day, that's what you're actually selling. You're not just selling your music. If you approach your career by just thinking about your music and selling it, you're not going to go anywhere. Like, it's about who you are, it's about your story, and it's about the experience that you're giving artists, giving your audience day in and day out. That's what's going to make them follow you and care about your career. Doesn't matter how good of an artist you are. You got the best music in the world. If you don't have a good story behind why you're doing this for, that people can connect with, then you're not going to get the following that's going to show up for every show, help promote, and buy all your stuff.
Yep. I mean, you're an artist, and you're a musician artist, but there's many kinds of artists, and all artists deal in emotion, and that's what you're kind of selling. That's your product. And if you don't inject that, you obviously that's injected into your music, kind of just in general, because that's how music works. But you need to put that into everything you're doing, all your messaging, all your shows. You need to be creating an emotional experience for people, because those are the ties that bind. That's what people kind of connect to and will remember and want to go back for more.
Yeah, that was also the biggest game changer too, when we were developing our program with, you know, the artists that we were working with. It was when we, you know, like, why aren't people really doing this for it? And it's because we were approaching their careers the way that we approached, you know, working in the industry for 10 years, and was just like, hey, you have a release, you do these things. And then we worked with some marketing people on our own business stuff. And they're like, that's not going to sell anything. You have to have, you know, emotion behind it. You got to talk to your audience. You got to get in, you know, the trenches with them. And that's what you need to do as an artist.
Alan is speaking truth in the comments. If you check it out, for some reason, I can't share it this particular He was saying how effective it is to be personal with people.
Yeah, dude, like, yeah. Again, I love you all, because, you know, a lot of the people that we're talking with right now, we met at Prohibition, and, you know, when we were building our business, you know, we went to Prohibition. That was our venue. We got to know everybody. We supported them. We showed up for their shows. You know, we would talk to them about, like, you know, get to know their family history and what they're trying to do, and just, you know, getting to know everybody. And, like, you know, we weren't there to sell. We were there to make friends, and, you know, family really. So at the end of the day, when we were done, you know, before obviously COVID and everything hit again, it was just like, you know, we have a family at Prohibition, and everyone that's on this call right now that has been there knows exactly what I'm talking about. And that's the vibe that you want to give with your audience. It's just trying to figure out how do I do that digitally? And, you know, again, when everything opens back up, like, how do I create that atmosphere, you know, for myself, where I have a place where my fans go to do that. It's one of the reasons why we create this Facebook group is because we want a place where everyone that we know can go to get help with their career, to learn about things, to talk about stuff. That's one of the reasons why we start our meetup group is so that we can be face-to-face and have people network with each other. And then when we open things back up, we're going to find other ways to do group sessions and things like that, so everybody can talk and work together. I'm probably talking too much, but, like, the main thing that I just want to share is, like, when I first started in the industry, before I was working for Nile or doing any of that stuff, I was a member of a group of musicians. My music mentor had a house, you know, people over her house every Saturday for 4 hours to learn musicianship and a bunch of other, you know, skills. And it was a family. We all sat there. We all helped each other. We helped each other become better musicians, and we supported each other at everyone's shows. And I would not be where I'm at in my career right now without that group of people. And, you know, we still have, like, group reunions and all that kind of stuff, because it was a family. And that's, again, what you're trying to create at the end of the day. If you can create friends and family, a big group of those people, you're going to have a solid career, one that supports you. Maybe you won't be, you know, on the cover of Rolling Stone, but, you know, at the end of the day, we judge success by being able to wake up every day doing what you love and working for yourself. And that might involve you playing music. It might involve you doing graphic art, if that's what you love. But your music career it doesn't have to be just music. It could be a mixture of all the things that you love doing. And when we're talking about your business plan, when we sit with artists, we take a very different approach. Yeah, we want to make sure that you're getting your music out there and all those things. But what else do you love? What other things when you wake up in the day do you like doing? We have members that love painting. We have members that love creating, wardrobes, or, a bunch of different things. Like whatever those things are, those all can be incorporated in your career. Maybe you brew beer or whatever that is. That can be stuff that you can make for and incorporate into your career. Like, what does it matter where your money's coming from if it's stuff that you're creating and you love doing? It's just figuring out a plan to kind of organize all those things and developing, again, that experience to people. Thanks for watching. If you're looking for expert help with your music career, schedule a call with us today, or you could enroll in one of our free artist development programs. The link for both can be found in the description below. And please don't forget to subscribe. Your support really matters, and we appreciate any help that you can give to the work that we do. Have a great day.